just time to go live to Sydney, and Sky's Nicole Johnston, who's following the Lionesses from there. Nicole, and you've got a lot of fans behind you, potentially fans of other teams, not just England, but talk to me about what the atmosphere is like ahead of this game's final whistle.
There's been a great vibe and atmosphere here this evening. As you said, most of the fans here are actually supporting the People's Republic of China. We're in the central part of Sydney. There's a lot of university students here, young students from China, so not so many England fans. But the England fans, of course, have been so pleased to see their team do so well and score goal after goal. It's been incredible. It's been England's night. I mean, let's look at some of these names of the players who've scored those goals. If they're not household names yet, they certainly will be. We were just hearing about Alessia Russo, Laura Hemp, Lauren James, 2 goals, Chloe Kelly and Rachel Daly. A really remarkable night, and in fact joining us now is an England fan who has come all the way from Barnsley. Danielle Lukey, you are a player and a referee. How are you feeling right now?
I'm buzzing. Obviously we're winning 6-1 at the minute, but I hope we can get another. Yeah, we just played great. We've played great all games, closing down everyone, making space and everything.
Are you feeling a little bit outnumbered, though, in terms of all the fans here, with so many fans supporting the other side?
No, not really, because like we're quite loud, and yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, we've. End of the day, it's not about how many turn up; it's about the noise.
And you can see right now some of the celebrations behind us from not so many celebrations from the China side. And yes, England has won 6 goals to 1. It has been their game the entire evening. They were dominant, they were dynamic. We had heard over the last few days from the England coach, Serena Wiegman. She had wanted to see ruthless play on the field, and that is what England delivered tonight. So a big sigh of relief from fans. No more 1-0 wins to England, but an absolute thrashing, essentially, against China, 6-1.
Well, Nicole, a slight delay on the game in Kent, but you can see the girls' reaction there as the Lionesses go through to the knockout stages. All the young fans there in Kent. The Lionesses winning 6-1 against China. They're now through to the knockout stages of the tournament. Let's bring in Sky's Matthew Thompson, who's been watching the game with the girls there. Matthew, some excited faces.
Yes, no doubt. I mean, you probably saw there we were clearly watching on an internet connection that had a slight delay, so the reaction here was a little bit after the fact itself of the match ending. But these guys have been in fine voice I was going to say all afternoon. It's really been all day, because they've been here out training since we got here at 7 o'clock this morning, kicking balls around in a sort of impromptu training session to get them in the mood for the match. And then they've been here since 12 o'clock, being fed and watered. Every single goal was cheered to the rafters, but none louder, of course, than the first goal from, you guessed it, Alessia Russo, a bit of a hometown hero here at this club in Kent. In fact, there's a signed shirt of hers on the wall that I was reading earlier that says, "Thank you to Bearshead FC for giving me the start in my career." I've spoken to at least one coach who claims slightly more than a start. They claim almost full responsibility for Alessia Russo. She might have different views on that, but they love her here. But they love the England team, and frankly, 6-1, who could possibly have predicted that would be the score? I spoke to a couple of the kids before the game. They would have taken another 1-0, frankly. They just want to see England get into the next round, get into the knockout stages, and from that point, really, it's knockout football. Anything could happen, but there's a lot of belief in this room that England can go all the way. Let's see.
Yeah, Matthew, thank you. Matthew Thompson and Nicole Johnston in Sydney, thank you. That is England. The Lionesses going through to the knockout stages of the Football World Cup. England beating China 6-1 in Adelaide in the last few minutes. Their final group match. They're now going to face Nigeria in Brisbane on Monday in the last 16. We'll have more reaction to England's win throughout the afternoon here on Sky News.